Aloha, my name is Lauren Dement. I'm the Native Plant and Garden Education Associate at ʻImiloa. We're here today at the University of Hawaii at the Hawaiian Language Building. We thought this would be a great place to talk about ʻUala, but also know there's a lot of stuff going on here today, so there might be some background noises. ʻUala is an important canoe plant here to Hawaii. It was the second most important plant behind kalo. ʻUala is kind of a mystery. They're not too sure how it came to Hawaii, seeing as most of the canoe plants originate from Southeast Asia, where ʻUala is actually native to South America. ʻUala is a great carbohydrate. The tubers were used mostly for the food, but even the leaves can be eaten either cooked, steamed, or eaten raw. Also, the vines were important because they produce this milky sap, and for new moms, it helped produce or came with that idea of that milky sap with producing more milk for your baby. ʻUala is also associated with the akua, or the god Lono. So as we enter into the rainy season here in Hawaii, the winter, Lono, this is kind of his time, so it's perfect for ʻUala. Also, with that Lono, one of his forms was Kamapua'a, which is the pig god. And ʻUala has a really close association with Kamapua'a. Usually before planting, there would be an oli or a chant inviting Kamapua'a, or the pigs, to come in and dig up the soil in that area to make it easier and make the land, the Māla, really easy to plant the ʻUala in. ʻUala was typically grown from slips, not from seeds. Seeds, there was a lot of variation and usually wasn't known to produce good tubers, or the part that would be eaten. Where when it was cut from slips or grown from slips, they knew that they were getting the true source from whatever the parent plant is. These are the slips you'll be picking up from ʻImiloa of ʻUala, and a slip is actually just a vine cutting. So you can see behind me, there's a cutting right here. Usually they would pick it from about 12 inches to 20 inches, and just a little cut right above the leaves. You would remove the lower leaves and then just soak it in water for maybe about a week or two, and you'll start to see the white roots come out. After the white roots come out, you can put them in potting soil and they'll start to flourish and grow like you see here, and what you'll be getting. Alright, so we're ready to start our ʻUala, putting it in the ground. So an ideal space for ʻUala is it's going to need a lot of area. It kind of spreads and sprouts. You can see the example behind me. So I would say it's nice to get maybe a 4x4, even larger if can, 6x6 area cleaned. The name for a new ʻUala bed that's been freshly churned is called vela. So vela is ideal for baby new slips. So clear the area, make sure it's weed free, kind of give it a little bit of enrichment, any kind of natural fertilizers or soil amendments you might have, like compost. Compost is perfect. Clear the area. ʻUala does really well in most soil types. The only soil type it might struggle in is that really clay and sticky soil. So once you have your area clean, your slip is ready to go. Lightly massage it in. You're gonna pull it out from the base. You can flip it over to be really gentle with those new vines. You can start to see the roots coming out, so this guy is ready to be planted. Stick it in the ground. I'm gonna adjust. And from here, you're just gonna cover it up. You wanna plant ʻUala in mounds, keeping the soil constantly above it, because you want the focus again to be on the tubers, the big roots that grow below, and not just on the leaves. Eventually, as the vines grow, to promote more of the energy to be focused on those tubers, you might take the vines and you can kind of wrap them amongst themselves, or vili them, which means to twist, and then cover it again in earth. Again, this will focus more of the energy away from the leaves and more of the focus on the roots down below. So you get nice, big, and delicious tasting ʻUala tubers to eat. ʻUala can be planted throughout the month. It does really good in certain moons according to the Hawaiian calendar. Any of the new moons, the hilo, the hoaka, any of the ku nights, the nights recommended not to plant ʻUala, or any of the ole. Also, it's said that ʻUala shouldn't be grown towards the end of the moon season during any of the kanaloa because the vines are gonna just sprawl and spread out where we want the focus to be on the tubers. Also in an ʻUala bed, a couple of varieties can be planted together. Sometimes they would plant a really quick growing ʻUala that would grow in 2 to maybe 3 months. Also with a variety that was took a little bit longer, maybe like 4 months to grow. So it's a quick, fast carbohydrate to grow.